My next guest is one of my favorite social critics. She has incredibly original takes on everything from politics to history to pop culture, and she can mesh them all together like a big pasta fazool. Her latest book is Glittering Images, a journey through art from Egypt to Star Wars. Please welcome Camille Paglia. I'm so happy to see you again.
Great to see you, Joy.
As we go towards the end of my what's the word? Reign?
Yes.
No,
yes.
My tenure here at Al Jazeera. Yeah, what do you think about that? They bought the station from Al Gore.
Oh my goodness. Well, it's going to be world domination soon.
Do you think Al Gore shouldn't have sold it to an oil-producing country?
Al Gore's a big dirigible of nothingness.
Oh, is that right?
Yes.
A dirigible of nothingness.
Yes, that's right.
That's a good one.
Yes.
Okay, let's talk about Margaret Thatcher because she passed away yesterday at the ripe old age of 87, which I'd like to get to that, wouldn't you?
Yes, absolutely.
And do you think she was a feminist trailblazer?
Well, sure. In terms of being the first woman prime minister of Great Britain and the leader of a military defense of the Falkland Islands and so on, whether that was wise or not. And also, she was tremendous in debate. Okay, her voice, which even the replay of it on the radio in the last few days. I mean, with a power that she could argue her way. She didn't ask for any kind of special protection. She didn't have like the little soft little bourgeois voice like so many of these girls at the Ivy League today, et cetera, et cetera. Okay. However, of course, she was like rabid right winger also. That's the thing.
Her politics make people mad, and there's a whole thing going on pro and con today.
Right.
But I mean, she sent manufacturing out of the country apparently, and she cut all social services for poor people and other stuff like that. But she was good on international stuff.
Yes, and
like
she wanted to reduce the size of the nanny state and to get Britain back on an economic footing. Okay, so that was her philosophy.
I love watching her argue in Congress, in Parliament. There.
She's
fabulous.
She's amazing in the House of absolutely House of Commons. She's absolutely she's a role model like that. Okay, in terms of the sharpness and the power of her delivery, the humor, the satire. Okay,
Okay, so now do you think that if Hillary wins, or you want her to run for president?
Okay. What has Hillary done? Okay, exactly what?
Well, she was Secretary of State. She was very good.
And what? Okay, she logged so many miles in an airplane. Basically, that's it. Okay, she got us into all the Michigas in Libya. Excuse me. Okay, that was a horrible mistake. Okay, everything she's touched has turned out that's blown up in her face. I don't see why Hillary is the salvation. I'm looking for a younger woman to emerge. For the women in the Democratic Party in their 40s. Come on, do we need someone my age? She's my age. Who wants an old old biddy like me in the White House? Okay.
Well, the men are older. I mean, look at Reagan. He was old when he was in the White House.
Yeah, I know, but
they revere him.
Yeah, it's true, and he hit Alzheimer's by the end. Okay,
by the end, I think maybe during.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. But Hillary, is already flagging in her energy. I mean, this is a brutal job. Okay, being the president of the United States. I think we need a younger generation.
Do you have anybody in mind?
No, I keep on hoping it should be a woman governor. It should be a woman with someone with executive experience. I mean, Hillary has never managed anything. I mean, she couldn't even manage her last campaign. If people have forgotten, the financial mess and
she's got a lot of money now.
But listen,
she has a huge war chest.
The more she's out there, the less people like her because she becomes strident and shrill. Okay, that was the problem of my generation of women. We had to force our way through against so many barriers that we've ended up being very shrill. Okay, so I think the next generation, of leaders, okay, is the one. They're more seasoned. They have a more temperate voice. They know how to handle themselves a little better than my generation.
You think so?
Yeah, I think so.
All right. What about this Sheryl Sandberg? Lean in. What do you think of her? Do you like her philosophy? It's kind of. It seems to me that we've heard this a lot before. Like in the 70s, we heard this.
Yeah.
Women should be more assertive. They should ask for raises. What's so new about this?
Yeah. I mean, I love anything that that encourages women to define themselves, to be more outspoken, to declare what they want. Don't be passive aggressive in the workplace, et cetera, et cetera. But she blames everything on men. She goes like, as an example, of how bad social society's indoctrination is of women. She says that like my husband and I, okay, and so on. We share all the housework, but when I'm away from the home, I'm so guilty all the time, and he thinks we're like heroes. And she's like, you see the way I've been falsely trained. I'm going, excuse me, maybe women have more moral imagination, more emotional sensitivity. So a man can say, I did my thing with the kids. I don't have to think about them.
Yeah, that seems to be true.
Women, if you've given birth to a children, yes, you are tied to them psychically. Excuse me, it's not coming from social messaging. And she has no respect for women who make a choice to stay home. I think that's a noble choice. Feminism should be about choices.
And it is.
Yes. No, it isn't. No, it isn't.
Well, that's the original concept.
No, but there's absolutely been a horrible reductionism about the role of the stay-at-home mom. Okay, and I think that was the worst aspect of second wave feminism. I'm a career woman. Okay, I believe that all barriers.
But you don't have any children.
Yeah, well, no, I do have a son who's like it's like my ex-partner and I had a son, and he's now.
You gave birth to the child?
No, my partner
That's
did.
Scary.
No.
Your partner did, right?
A seed of Satan.
So you have a kid?
Yes, yeah. So he's going on 11 now. Yes, and so I'm not a mother. I don't believe that Heather has two mommies. No. I'm a co-parent. Okay, yeah. So everything I was talking about in terms of gender differences and the way women are and so on, I've seen it borne out in my own my career now of 11 years as a co-parent. And so, but I see around me everywhere in the suburbs of Philadelphia women who have very good educations and very great interesting career who gave that up in order to focus on their children. They have 2, 3, 4 children. I think that's a noble sacrifice.
Those girls usually have a lot of money. The husbands are making the money.
But
how can they afford to do that?
Well, they're not living large, okay?
Right.
Sometimes you do have to make sacrifices, okay?
Yeah, that's true.
And so what I see around me are these amazing suburban moms, okay, who have an ability to multitask. You see, the husband shrinks once a mother has children, okay? The husband simply becomes a pawn on the larger chessboard organized by the mom, super mom, okay, and so on. So everything I have said about the gender differences, I feel has been borne out by my own observation and experience, okay? As a suburban co-parent.
Right. Okay. Here's another subject.
Yeah.
I want your take on. Last week, I think it was, President Obama referred to Kamala Harris as the best-looking attorney general in the country. He caught a lot of flack for that. I think he backtracked on it. What do you think about that?
It was cringe-making. That even a liberal Democratic president could make such a gaffe.
He's a man. They all talk like that.
Come on. I mean, what a
but women do also. Women talk like that too.
Women dress for other women. This is the great secret. This is why I watch The Real Housewives on Bravo. I'm addicted to that series.
Which one?
Every one of name one. I know every.
Atlanta.
And I watch every single one of them. The Beverly Hills, New York, Orange County, Miami, name it. Okay, I watch the episode multiple times. Okay, multiple times I'll watch it.
Okay, in 15 seconds.
It captures the way the women are with each other. Yeah. Women dress for each other. It's not about men. Men are nothing. Men are shoved to the sides on those shows.
It's true. Okay, we'll have more with Camille in just a minute. Hold on to your hats. I'm back with Camille Paglia. Okay, Camille, I've been interested in this theory you have about how Katy Perry and Taylor Swift, that their popularity is undeserved. Yeah. What do you think?
Well, those two are a total throwback to the 1950s. It's kind of like snippy, like perfect little girl look of Sandra Dee. It was like a nightmare for me in the 1950s. I thought we were done with that. And here they are back again. There was Taylor Swift on Parade magazine in the Thanksgiving weekend. It was like a nightmare. She's like a vampire to me of like 1950s respectability and decorum.
Well, they don't consider themselves feminists, either one of them. They say we're not feminists.
But listen, so the Hollywood Reporter asked me to write about the image of women in entertainment right now in December. Oh my God, the backlash that I got by criticizing Taylor Swift, the third rail of American culture. Okay, I was attacked. Okay, from the right. Bill O'Reilly had a panel denouncing me. Okay?
Really?
Yeah, and then on the left, it was like feminists and all these like websites attacking me from the left to the right. Okay, there was this protection of this awful.
Why do you think they're so
embryonic, undeveloped personality of Taylor Swift?
Well, she is very young. She is a baby. She's only 21.
In her early 20s. Do you know how mature Elizabeth Taylor was? In her late teens compared to this. Okay, and Natalie Wood. You could make an entire list of incredible actresses.
Well, she's not an actress though. She's a singer.
Yeah, she's a singer.
So maybe compare her to somebody else. Maybe like Sandra Dee.
Sandra Dee had more soul. Even Sandra Dee had more. Like Connie Francis. Had an incredible passion, and in her late teens. So what are we talking? And that Funicello. Okay, God rest her soul. Okay, had more pizzazz.
think
than
so?
Taylor Swift.
I know she has big boobs. I don't know about that. Rest in peace in that poor girl.
See, I love Rihanna. Now Rihanna's a mess in her romantic life. Okay, but
Yes.
Rihanna is a truly a major artist. Okay, people think that it's all just sex and flash. No. Okay, I listen to her music. Okay? She is deep. If she can survive being put on tour, you know, in this punishing way, as all these young people do, you know, it's brutalizing. I mean, I hope her artistry can last. Okay,
right.
but what a disaster Rihanna's private life is. This attraction to a man who abused, who beat her, and to go back again and again to her is terrible.
There are a lot of people like that in this country, in this world. So I mean, she's not that unusual, really.
Well, my analysis was 20 years ago. Okay, in my writings on feminism. Okay, that the battered woman syndrome is a distinct syndrome, and you cannot just get restraining orders from the police. Okay, you cannot involve the police, male authority figures.
So what should you do?
No, you have to change your mind. You have to realize in your mind, okay, that what you're doing, that you're enabling an infantile personality. I think it's a maternal thing. Okay, that in fact what Rihanna has said. Oh, even after he beat me, she told Oprah. Okay, she said, I still thought, who is taking care of him? Who will save him? I went, oh my God.
Yeah.
Okay, she really feels as if it's almost like the Madonna and the baby Jesus. Okay,
and then when they get hit again, what do they think?
Well, then he immediately says, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do that. They have hot sex, okay, and she thinks, oh, I've healed him now. He's going to be better now. So it's like a nurse syndrome.
Okay,
I'm saying go to nursing school. Okay, drop the boyfriend.
Just tell me one thing before we go. Why do you compare Rihanna to Princess Diana?
Well, I wrote this cover story in London, the Sunday Times Magazine, earlier this year. And I said that the way that Rihanna was using Instagrams and all kinds of sexy photos of herself as part of a romantic triangle, trying to get Chris Brown back over 4,000 miles and so on. I thought, oh my God, this is like Diana.
Oh, so it's not narcissism. It's like trying to get the guy back.
No, but it's dangerous. You give your soul to the paparazzi, there's nothing left.
That's true. Okay, very good. Great to have you here. Go pick up a copy of Camille's book, Glittering Images. It's out now, right?
Yes, out now.
Thanks to all my guests. See you tomorrow. Really, very